Hello dear students, this is Vishalsa from Ikra High School. Today we are going to study chapter 13 from standard 9th subject science. Our topic for today is why do we fall ill? So dear students, in this chapter we'll be studying about health, but we'll define health in various patterns. Health is not only related to an individual but it is also related to community or a society. We'll study about this in this chapter. We'll start reading from the very beginning so that we can understand how the health deteriorates or why a person is said to be sick. When we do exercise, we realize that health and disease in human communities are very complex issues with many interconnected causes. We also realize that the idea of what health and disease means are themselves very complicated. When we ask what causes disease and how we prevent them, we have to begin by asking what this notion means. So, dear students, in this part, we'll begin with what is meant by a healthy life. How to consider whether a living is a healthy or non healthy person. We'll start from the very earliest or the basic organism to understand it properly. As we know that cells are the basic unit of organisms and these are made of variety of chemical substances, that is protein, carbohydrate, fats, lipids and many other things. Thus, cell is a dynamic place. That means it consists of various things and it is a multifunctional thing. Something or the other is always happening inside them. Complex reactions and repair goes on inside the cell. New cells are being made. In our organs or tissues, there are various specialized activities going on. The heart is beating, the lungs are breathing, the kidney is filtering urine, and the brain is thinking. All this is happening simultaneously. Also, all these activities are interconnected. For example, if the kidneys are not filtering urine, poisonous substance will be accumulated in our body. Under such conditions, the brain will not be able to think properly. For all this interconnected activity, energy and raw materials are needed, which are provided by the food that is consumed by us. Anything that prevents proper functioning of cells and tissues will lead to lack of proper activity of the body. And this is what we consider as ill or unhealthy. The lack of proper activity of the body is known as illness. So, dear students, up to now we understood how we can consider a person or a living organism to be ill or unhealthy. The improper functioning of the body is considered as unhealthy. Now, how this health failure is caused? Let's first understand the importance of the health, the significance of health. We have heard the word health used quite frequently. We use it ourselves as well. When we say things like, my grandmother's health is not good. Our teacher use it when they scold us saying, this is not a healthy attitude. What does the word health mean? If we think about it, we realize that it always implies the idea of being well. We can think of this well-being as effective functioning. For our grandmothers, being able to go out to the market or to visit neighbor is being well, and not being able to do such thing is poor health. Being interested in following the teaching in the classroom so that we can understand the world is called a healthy attitude, while not being interested is called the opposite. Thus, health is therefore a state of well-being enough to function well, but in all the three manners, that is physically, mentally and socially. So here health is not just a small definition, it is totally considered with the three regions to consider. It should be physically, it should be mentally and even socially healthy. Now the next topic takes us to a new definition about health, that is personal and community health. If health means a state of physical, mental, and social well being, it cannot be something that each one of us can achieve on our own. The health of all organisms will depend on their surrounding or their environment. That means if you are living in an unhealthy environment, you cannot be a healthy person. The environment includes the physical environment. So, for example, health is at risk in a cyclone in many ways. Human beings live in societies. Our social environment, therefore, is an important factor of our individual health. We live in villages, towns, or cities. In such places, even our physical environment is decided by our social environment. Thus, children, up till now, we can understand that health is not just an individual definition. It should be considered with your surrounding also and your society also. The way you behave with your neighbors and the way you live among your surrounding. The cleanliness of the surrounding will define how healthy you are. And the healthy attitude towards your neighbors will also consider the state of your healthy mind. Now, an example is given over here that we have to consider what would happen if there is no agency ensuring that garbage is collected and disposed. So, the dump truck that comes near to your house collects the garbage from your house and your neighborhood. But what happens if it remains absent for 1 or 2 days? So, there would be one condition: if they remain absent for more than 2 days or 1 day, even 1 day. If there is a great deal of garbage thrown in our streets, or if there is open drain water lying stagnant around where we live, the possibility of poor health increases. Instead of becoming healthy, you may become unhealthy. Thus, we should consider that public cleanliness is also important for individual health. The next thing that defines us we are healthy is the food. We need food to be healthy, and this food will have to be earned by doing work. For this, the opportunity to do work has to be available. We need to be happy in order to be truly healthy, and if we mistreat each other and are afraid of each other, we cannot be happy or healthy. Social equality and harmony are therefore necessary for individual health. We can think of many other such examples of connection between community issues and individual health. So, up till now, we understood how we can say that a person is healthy. We have to consider many aspects before considering him as a healthy person. His individual health is one factor, the community health is another factor, his society, the way towards his neighbor, the food that he consumes, and the way he lives, and the healthy attitude he shows towards the life should be considered for an individual to be healthy. Now, dear students, there is a misconception about being healthy and disease free. Both the terms are totally different. As you know that the health is totally related with the individual, but the individual's health is totally related with its society, its neighborhood, its cleanliness around its environment, and even the food he consumes and the water he drinks. He is also to be considered as the work he does to earn his living. So, now we are going to distinguish between what is meant by healthy and disease free. The word is actually self explanatory. Which word? That is disease is explanatory. We can think of it as disease, that is the disturbed ease. Disease, in other words, literally means uncomfortable. However, the word is used in more limited meaning. We talk of disease when we can find a specific and a particular cause for discomfort. This does not mean that we have to know about the absolute final cause. We can say that someone is suffering from diarrhea without knowing exactly what has caused the loose motions. We can now easily see that it is possible to be in poor health without actually suffering from a particular disease. Simply not being diseased is not the same as being healthy. Good health for a dancer may be able to stretch his body into difficult but graceful position. On the other hand, Good health for a musician may mean having enough breathing capacity in his her lungs to control the notes from his or her flute. To have the opportunity to realize the unique potential in all of us is also necessary for real health. That means a person may be disease free, but it should not be considered that he is healthy. He may be comfortable even if he is underweight or overweight, but that does not mean that he is in a good health. Here you can see in the second paragraph various examples that shows what a good health means for different person. For a dancer, it's the stretching of his body in a very graceful position. For a musician, it may be his breathing capacity to play his flute, or in many other ways. For every other person, you can say that health for one person will be considered as doing something with ease, while that will be difficult for other person to conduct. So we can be in poor health without there being a simple cause in a form of any indefinable disease. This is the reason why we think about health. We think about society and communities. On the other hand, when we think about disease, we think about individual sufferers. So, disease should be linked with an individual, but the health should be related with the society and the community also.